I don't say dear sir போடுறதுல நான் dear madam மொட்டையா போடுறது இல்ல. Dear sir oblique madam னு போடுற மாதிரி dear madam oblique sir னு போடுறேன். என்ன தப்பு அதுல? I'm not disrespecting the man. My father is a man, my husband is a man. Allah my likliya. I'm not disrespecting them. I'm only demonstrating an equal footing with them. That's all. My family cannot run without a mother or without a father. Both of us are needed. So what is the big deal? My own family would not have run without my dad or mom. எங்க அப்பா வந்து 2-3 PhD வாங்கி இருக்கலாம். எங்க அம்மா வெறும் PUC-யா இருக்கலாம். ஆனா எங்க அம்மா வந்து ஃபங்க்ஷன் பண்ணலடே எங்க அப்பா கூட மூச்சு விட்டுருக்க முடியாதுங்கிறது all the daughters we know. So like I'm just asking, what's wrong if we don't give that அந்த ரெஸ்பெக்ட் கொடுத்துட்டா என்ன ஆயிடும்? இன்னைக்கு கூட நான் வந்து இந்த டாபிக்கை கொடுக்கறதுக்கு ஒரு ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ரீசன் இருக்கு. டாக்டர் ராம் எத்தனை மணிக்கு ஆரம்பிக்கணும் சொல்லுங்க, ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாம். டாக்டர் ராம்
let me start if you finish.
நான் எப்ப முடிஞ்சாச்சு, நான் சும்மா மேடம் பிரேமாவோட சிட் சாட் பண்ணிட்டு
I'm also waiting for the another one guy, but he is not responding. We can start because we don't delay. We
no
can
issue,
start
no issue. Can
so I will
Dr.
just
Ranjin, எனக்கு உங்களோட contact number வேணும் that we can at least
I will share.
தரேன் no issues.
Maybe we can collaborate on some things, you know.
Yeah ma'am, definitely. Actually I haven't come across many doctors in business management and things like that. It's a unique area you have chosen to do actually. Very good in fact. Business women பார்த்திருக்கேன். அதுல டாக்டரேட் பண்ற லெவலுக்கு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கிறவங்க வந்துட்டு few people only are there according to my knowledge.
Yes, you're totally right. And I think as far as to the best of my knowledge, I've qualified that. I think to the best of my knowledge, mine is the only academic researcher.
Okay.
And I specified Indian women entrepreneurs in Singapore.
Wow.
And I even wrote a journal article after attending an international conference, which has been published and which has been cited by many professors in their academic research.
Super. It's really a pleasure that Dr. Ram has made this meeting possible.
Definitely. She's journeying along with us. You know Mr. Nara Subramaniam in Malaysia, Dr. Alima Sadia, Mr. Nara. Yeah, she's sister to Mr. Nara.
Yes, Nara is my younger brother.
I see.
And one more younger sister, right? Doctor.
And I also have a sister, Dr. Geeta Subramaniam.
Dr. Geeta, yeah.
Hey, that is a familiar name to me. Where have I heard about
Malaysia?
it?
In Malaysia.
Okay.
Actually, I come from Malaysia too, but I married a Singaporean, so I'm in Singapore. But my siblings are still in Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
And actually, I have a brother who's Professor Nathan Subramaniam in Australia. He's a professor from STEM. He did a PhD in biochemistry at UCLA.
Wow.
We will catch up on
familiar
sometime.
Scholars, man. Yeah, definitely. We have to meet
scholars. We will
sit for a coffee also.
We will sit for a coffee.
now. Definitely.
We have to congratulate.
Anytime you tell me, we can start.
She got her doctorate recently awarded by the university.
Oh, that's excellent, ma'am. Heartiest congratulations.
So we have to celebrate that moment. I didn't go to attend. But we will see how it would be possible for her to engage for certain meeting in our program. Definitely. Thank you. So shall we start the program? It's already 2:15.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Okay. So myself, Dr. Ram. I'm the president for Guild of International. 1 minute. I will start the recording. Good afternoon, all. Myself, Dr. Ram, the president of Guild of International Speakers and Trainers, Singapore. We have Dr. Raji Srinivasan. She is the secretary, Guild of International Speakers and Trainers. Moreover, we are having our own entity. Myself, I am running ACE International Private Limited. I'm the founder and managing director. We are offering business consultancy services in general. And Dr. Raji Sinivasan is the founder's director for Masters Academy of Speeches and Training. Moreover, we are having our own people, Captain Sangam. He's also the executive member of GIST Singapore. And we have Dr. Shamsher Sheikh Ali. He is having Global Skills and Training Academy. He's the advisor and a trainer. He's ex-serviceman in Naval Force in India. And we have Dr. Lakshmi Sokalingam and Mr. Bhupati and Dr. Prema Subramanian. So really, it is a wonderful time for us together, though it is very less people. A very short span of time, we organize this particular event. Especially, we wanted to admire and appreciate the commitment and contribution as well as support we are getting from the women in the world. It is the time we have to congratulate and appreciate for their furthermost, how do they plan and making the worth to support the society and the people, either in the family or the surrounding atmosphere or any society or community which are requiring the women support, which is inevitable. Many people, they never go against of that because each and everyone got the support and appreciation from any form of the relationship in the women, mother, sister, wife, daughter, and so on, or even friend as well. So that is the way we are having the ambition to celebrate. And this program in relation to the International Women Day of 2025, we couldn't able to arrange this one in the early time. So this is our one of the signature program of Guild of International Speakers and Trainers. In future, we will go on time and making it more fruitful for the people who wanted to use this particular auspicious time to celebrate along with the women community. I'd like to share a few things as I'm the person to welcome all. That's why I take this opportunity to support the women group. A lot of things we can discuss, but I wanted to go very briefly how it would be a kind of opportunity for us to go and appreciate the way what we wanted to get out of the women community in the global section. We have to promote the gender equality as it is one among the factor of sustainable development goals prescribed by United Nations. We have to make certain kind of strategies that is going to advance people health, well-being, and their better lifestyle and life empowerment. There are a lot of essential things are available to ensure the socio-economic factors in the social circumstances, economic growth and development, which are very important for women's sector to boost up according to the scenario. It is not only making the better economy, also leading to increase the productivity and innovation. Overall economic growth is concerned along with the women community. Otherwise, it would not be possible for us to tailor-make the successful socio-economic factor available in the society. Social progress and stability, which are very much important for us. How do we frame and making the formulations for the people to empower the women who must need to be promoted in the social stability, getting peaceful life and developing their career goals or survival factors that address the gender equality or any kind of discrimination should not be imposed on this particular issue. Health and well-being, we have to consider all sorts of improving the strategy for women health or the women well-being status in the family as well as society. Sustainable development, which may not be possible to achieve when engaging the women who are not having that kind of things to achieve the richness or coming out from the poverty, or they are discriminating by the way of inequality in the studies as well as employment purposes or engagement in the social activities. So the gender discrimination should not be possible in future. So we have to consider to reframe and reanalyze whatever the myths as well as concepts posed on this particular matter. Education, without girls' education, it is not possible. India is progressing well. Singapore is achieving the great thing. Women are getting more good education and they are very passionate to bring the value for the society and the workplaces. Economic opportunity, we must need to give. I hear the percentage of people who are sitting in the C-suite leaders or C-suite positions. So it is a time for us to think how do we keep and regulate the women's sector to come in more number, especially for the C-suite kind of things. That is very, very important. We have to focus the way the women must need to be included in the top tier 1 positions like board directors, shareholders, decision makers, or any C-suite like CEOs, CXOs, COOs, CTOs, CSOs, and so on. So that is the value we have to focus and determine for the women who can bring more values for the organizations where they are engaging their activities. Healthcare sectors, there is no doubt, especially for general health as well as reproductive health services, there are more women genders are occupying now. Combating the violence and discriminations against women is very crucial. Creating a safe and equitable environment must need to be created for the better life. Promoting the gender equality from the childhood onwards in the society is very much important. And we have to strengthening the legal frameworks to ensure to protect the women's rights and promote the gender equality. That is more essential for creating very justifiable and equitable society. Raising the awareness to promote the women empowerment anonymously all over the world is the criteria we have to think and prosper well. In this kind of segments, it is not only by the government or non-governmental organizations, but there are a lot of activities created and ventured along with the different communities, social organizations, institutions, industries, and so on. Collaboration and partnership are welcome. We are conducting these kind of programs to enhance the activities as well as the awareness towards empowering the women in the global section, regional or local, regional or global manner. Any organization who wanted to promote or provide certain activities, we are ready to tie up for them. With these notes, I would like to welcome you all once again. I have to thank the speakers, Dr. Prabhu, Dr. Raji, Dr. Ali, to accept my request in the last minute of matter. But even they are ready to come because they are very much passionate for that. I especially welcome Dr. Aruna from AIT Economy, School of Economy from Chennai, and other people, Jnana Murugan and Mr. Mukundan. Once again, I welcome you all. We can start to hear from Dr. Raji to come as a first speaker. Over to Dr. Raji Srinivasan to speak about that topic, the women support. It is not only the lip voice, are making the sense not to be ignored, and it should be enhanced and equipped well. Over to Dr. Raj. You are mute.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ram.
Thank you.
Actually, I thank this GIST organization as well for this beautiful opportunity.
Welcome.
Well, actually, you might be surprised that almost at the when 21st century, the first quarter, the first almost 25 years are about to be over in a few months' time. And
Well, your video is off.
Alama, what's happening? One or the other is doing.
Okay.
It's okay now? No?
Wait. You joined in 2 mode or 1 mode?
No, no, no.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it
Now
okay?
it is coming. Now it is coming. Thank you.
Okay. Give me a second. Sorry. Yeah. Well, my topic, are we paying lip service to women empowerment, might come as a shock to many people who falsely believe that women are already completely empowered, because it's 25 years are almost over in the century, 21st century. But unfortunately, the reality is different, hence my topic. Standing before representatives from 189 nations, the then First Lady Hillary Clinton delivered these remarks at the Fourth World Conference on Women in Beijing, China, on September 5th, 1995. If there's one message that echoes forth from this conference, let it be that human rights are women's rights and women's rights are human rights, once and for all. Women's rights are human rights was immediately embraced as an international rallying cry for gender equality. Does it mean that nobody has pronounced this before? Not so. Though this concept has existed before, it was never presented before a global audience with so much conviction. Well, then do we not wonder why this topic, are we paying lip service to women empowerment, even at the end of this first quarter of 21st century? Well, there are many painful reasons for this topic even today. First of all, what's the understanding of the phrase women empowerment? Is it encouraging women to be highly educated? Do you mean to say that if you encourage your wives, your children, your mothers, and your friends who are ladies, if you encourage them to study more, to be accomplished academically, do you think that you are aware of what's called women empowerment? Will this empower them? Or will this alone empower them? This very conference is populated by women doctorates in various faculties. So my question is, do you think we being women doctorates in various faculties ensures that we are all highly empowered women? Will augmenting the independent financial stability of a woman empower her? If my bank balance goes to $1 million or so at least, you think I'll be considered as an empowered woman? Talking publicly about gender equality and expressing solidarity with women in the public arena will not ensure empowering them. We do know that many of us are paying lip service to gender equality in our own private space, like our home environment. For a moment, don't mistake that if a man smokes, drinks, and goes around loitering, we expect that women also should the same thing to be called as women empowerment. No, I don't mean that. I do not refer only to the male counterparts of the society, but even certain female counterparts of our society do disservice to women empowerment. I think the entire Indian community is aware of what I mean by this statement. Don't think that mothers and mothers-in-laws are angels. They do form part of the society. I'm talking about a senior generation. Of course, the entire senior generation is not toxic, but a certain part of the senior generation still believes that women empowerment should be taken with a kind of assault. Women's empowerment, well, or you can say female empowerment, it may be defined in multiple ways. Say, it includes accepting women's viewpoints. How many of us have accepted women's viewpoints? You mean to say that men, transgenders, everybody accepts the women's viewpoint? No. By the word accepting the viewpoint, I don't even say that you have to completely trust the opinion of a woman's viewpoint. What I mean is, even if you disagree, you should be able to see that as a viewpoint. That's it. Making an effort to seek them and raising the status of women through education, through awareness, literacy, equal status in society, through better livelihood and training, all these are important. The most debated aspect that hinders women's empowerment is not accepting the viewpoints of even able women who have the ability to be opinion tankers or who are able to generate more authentic opinions. There's another most toxic trend in the entire Indian society when it comes to women empowerment. To narrow it down further, for example, in certain specific linguistic communities in South India, women empowerment is a mirage. Yeah, you heard it right. I use the word mirage. For example, I give you a better example. You open Facebook pages, okay? We cannot simply poo-poo or marginalize Facebook anymore, because Facebook pages are representatives of several groups of entire communities. They represent the opinions of several entire communities, isn't it? If you look at political representation of women, for example, this is another deeper example I'm giving you by narrowing it down further. Despite the best efforts of the Indian government as a whole, political representation of women at a state level in several states in India is still a challenge. And women's leadership is still not accepted as widely in some communities. Even in advanced countries like Singapore, women's presence in the arena of politics is not very significant. Same is the truth with Malaysia also. If you look at some other countries, say for example, that are dominated by the rules of religious dictums, political voice for women is limited to a boundary actually. Despite all this, if women strive to assert themselves in politics, okay, what do they see? What do they face? Do they honestly get their due respect? Say, for example, the main reason why I came up with the topic is, this particular topic is this. For the past several months, I'd been going through Facebook with another particular purpose. Been doing a kind of a research. I was browsing through the comments, not necessarily the message only, the comments. There are 100 comments to 1,000 comments, 2,000 comments underneath a particular message, okay, particular posting. A sizable majority of the Facebook users have passed certain comments. I was appalled to see the aggressive and demeaning attitude demonstrated by them when it comes to talking about women political participants. Irrespective of their party affiliations, great personalities in state and central politics in India have been consistently fighting for what they consider as right, okay? What they consider as right may not be right for you. That is a separate issue. I'm not going into that. I never say that you should not. I never say that you should not criticize. I never say you should not criticize a political activity of a woman political participant. I don't even say that you have to, I don't even say that you have to be entirely silent. What I mean is, if a woman politician, if her actions are not acceptable to you, if her political activities are not acceptable to you, you have a right only to criticize her political activities, or you have a right only to give feedback on her as an MP or an MLA, how does she function? Correct? For example, if a CEO of a company does something wrong, I'm not bothered about the gender, okay? What do? Hey, because of this guy or because of this woman only, the company has gone down. Her actions were not good. Her hiring policy was bad. All these acceptable. But you don't stop there. You go, oh my God, have you seen her applying lipstick? Have you seen her putting on makeup every 3rd hour? Have you seen her actually wearing very revealing clothes? These are all unwanted comments. These are all unwanted toxic criticism, which I am criticizing. Okay, listen. There's these desktop FB political commentators. I give you a very specific example because I know for sure that particular woman politician whom I'm going to refer now will not raise a big ruckus just because I referred her name here. There is this Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan in India. She is an excellent medical doctor, okay, MBBS doctor. And she, by several sectors of people, accept that she is an excellent politician. She has been a governor also. And what do you say about her? When people criticize, they have a right to say, oh my God, as an MP, she failed. As an MLA, she failed. As a governor, she could have done all this, she did not do. No, they don't speak that. They say, they're body shaming her. They're talking about her skin tone. They specifically make fun of her skin tone just because it is not your standard Bollywood fair and flashy skin tone. Is it right? Is my question. Dr. Tamilisai is beyond all these stupid criticism. But as a woman, it pains me to see that this lady has to undergo all this nonsense. Why? At least a fraction of a second, if she feels bad about this comment, it is the violation of human rights issue. Okay? Then, not only that, these desktop commentators consistently give labels to other women politicians belonging to different parties also. Say, I am not affiliated to any party. I don't bother the woman politician represents which party. But I bother when I see comments like, oh my God, at the age of 60, at the age of 70, at the age of 65, at the age of 75, this politician is wearing makeup. She is an intensive bimbo. These kind of comments are entirely unwarranted. You know why? They are meant to violate the private rights of that human being as a woman. See, what kind, and another issue is also there. If a woman MP, see, you and I, who working in office, we have every right to talk with our colleagues, okay? Colleagues, male, female, transgender, doesn't matter. We have every right to talk. We go out with them for coffee, tea, lunch, dinner, whatsoever, at least in Singapore society. But in certain Indian societies, for example, I'm even talking about politicians here. An woman MP was seen talking with another male MP. Just as a group, like colleagues, they were talking to each other. She was just seen laughing to a joke he cracked. Do you know the comment about her the next day? Character assassination. They immediately got her married in FB to that male MP who was cracking a joke, and this woman had responded to that. It is this kind of illiteracy, if I may refer to that word. It is, I think it is a kind of an illiteracy. It is a kind of an insensitivity. My question is, how can you empower women? They can belong to any political party, doesn't matter. They can belong to any caste, creed, community, religion. But if you are going to bombard them on an everyday basis like that, how can you empower them? And there is another minister, woman minister. She is constantly being bombarded by the public, even for her food choices and for her being a member of a particular community. What kind of a nonsense is this? Where comes her community and her personal food choices? We have every right to say, Madam Minister's policies are detrimental to society. Madam Minister's policies are very good to society. Madam Minister could have improved here and here. What is wrong if the society empowers itself by learning to give positive feedback or in the least a constructive criticism? They are unable to do. See, for example, every member of a constituency has a right to talk about only the performance of the elected women MLA or MP in terms of their services rendered by them in whichever part of the world. But unfortunately, there is no boundary line when it comes to the Indian politics, especially the social media's heartless bashing of these women is at a personal basis. Okay, now you think, hey, why you are talking about social media only? Because many people were affected by that. It has led to many a woman committing suicide and so on and so forth. You see, the same is true about not only politicians, famous actresses, famous public personalities, famous public talk show hosts, if they are women. All of them have faced these kind of problems. If an actress chooses to go for artificial insemination, it is her choice, isn't it? If she chooses to go for womb hiring for her own personal reasons, it is her choice, isn't it? But she is projected as a threat to the culture of our society, which is demeaning to the society. But you see, drunken men bashing their female counterparts is not projected as a great threat to the culture of the society. It's considered a personal problem. I can understand that. Still, the male-centric society thinks that it is its personal right to dictate terms to the women about their behavior, their clothing, their relationship, and so on and so forth. Now, why do I say that we are paying lip service to women empowerment? Well, as long as there is no law to question and nab the toxic commentators talking about women empowerment is ridiculous. We cannot ignore that. Their commentators are after all FB commentators. Why do you bother? We cannot say that. Haven't we seen people using internet and violating women from a different angle? Whether a woman is a humanities person or a STEM person, it does not seem to make a difference in terms of the treatment meted out to her. That's my concern. There's still subtle to blatant tyranny demonstrated towards them on a daily basis. Women's rights has been understood rightly as human rights. Around the world, governments would have put an end to the blatant violation of it. See, in several parts of India, Indian women are living in a society that has become numb and insensitive to the negative life experiences triggered by social stigma, societal backlash, victim blaming, exposure to violence, objectification, discrimination, socio-economic inequality, which in turn leads to anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, and ultimately to PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Many women experience it. And still we falsely believe that women's rights are recognized as human rights. Only when we observe and understand that many Indian women have allowed themselves to be treated as sacrificial goats, we can realize the roots of this problem. As my mini lecture is going on right now, reported and unreported sexual abuse cases around the world keep growing, isn't it? The victim blaming attitude of the Indian society is so ridiculous that they do not seem to do a thorough understanding of the psyche behind the rape of a newborn girl baby or that of an 80-year-old grandma. They keep blaming the dress you wear. What should be the dress of a newborn baby? Can anyone say? Don't you feel that you are a father? Don't you feel that you are an uncle? Don't you feel that you are a mother? You are a brother to that kid? You are a doctor? You love, just as simply you love a baby. People don't think that way. Government should understand that human rights can be conferred only upon humane people only upon people with a humane attitude. Jungle animals that go under the name of a human face should be terminated from the society for the welfare of the majority of the society. If you think it is not possible, let us not celebrate International Women's Day, which is happening for the sake of namesake. And I would just conclude with the quotation of Singapore's Law Minister, Mr. M.K. Shanmugam. He considers that gender equality is possible only with a deep mindset change. What he has said about the penalties against sexual violence should be an eye-opener to the entire Asian society. Penalty against sexual violence should not be seen as a penalizing an offense, but as penalizing against the violation of fundamental values. So unless the safety of women and the rights to have their voices heard are considered as fundamental values of any country, neither women empowerment nor nation building on that basis is possible. When this is not possible, how can women be truly empowered? Unless the rest of the society accepts and recognizes the empowered woman on her own terms, true empowerment or even human right is not possible. Also, last but not the least, let us start using gender neutral language, especially some of the South Indian languages, even North Indian language, it uses not a gender neutral language. I'm just giving one last example and finishing it off. In Tamil, male members are addressed as Ninga, Vanga, Ponga, Ukarunga. Don't say it is Hindi counterpart is excellent. There also, Aap is reserved for, respectful Aap is reserved for mainly men. Of course, some senior women are also used like that. Generally, when it comes to women counterparts, Ni, Va, Po, or Tu, Tum in Hindi is quite common. I mean, like, it may mean nothing in isolation, but I'm just showing you the deep-rooted problem in the society which does not allow women empowerment possible. Thank you very much for this great opportunity, Dr. Ram and Gist. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We have to give our great applause to Dr. Raji. Really, it is wonderful to hear such a way you are narrating and explaining the conditions, situations, or the thought process of the people, the mindset needed to be considered for the change, how to make it possible for the women, not only for the sake of slogans or any kind of ideology, but it should happen. It should make the reflections and the results as per the expectations to remodify or rechange the world. Without that kind of perseverance or concepts, we can't make it possible to change. We have seen you have been evolved such a way, and you are proven yourself that making yourself as a role model for many women in Singapore and other places, getting a lot of rewards, awards for that kind of tendencies to exhibit your knowledge and wisdom, to showcase for the community of women. Really, I have to appreciate for your sharing knowledge as well as the thought process must need to get adopted for the community. We are very happy to having you for this particular wonderful session, and we will initiate certain kind of way. Dr. Prema also among the same concept and the same example for the women. She got her PhD in late 70s. So it is the good example for the women. There is no limitation for them to get empowered. Age is not the factor, but your mindset and your thought process making you to become empowered as long as you wanted to do so. And Dr. Lakshmi also, she's having the doctorate in mathematics, and she's also having that kind of tendencies to bring the value for children in the schools for Olympiad mathematics and science program. She's dedicating for that kind of quality to enhance as well as enrich for the mindset of the young children to achieve the great success in their later studies in higher education level. I have to thank, there are a lot of examples. Once again, I wish to thank Dr. Raji for taking more efforts for this particular session to come forward and share and making the session very successfully. Thank you, Dr. Raji. Dr. Prabhu, are you here? Yeah. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Premji. Thanks for coming and joining with us. Though it is very crucial for you in the morning, you have conducted the wonderful wellness class. And thanks for coming and joining. Dr. Prabhu Chandran is the Edu Aram Foundation. He is the founder as well as he is the CEO for running that foundation now. He's having the passionate feelings as well as the experience to support the women in the community level to upskill and making the transformation to nurture the skills which are very much essential as of now. How to make they are more competent to live successfully and lead successfully. I met him in my last visit in Chennai, and he has come forward to come and share the women empowerment strategies which are meaningful for making the transformation in our society and community. Without women gender support, it is not possible for making the harmonious or a successful scenario wherever we are living. Over to Dr. Prabhu, please.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for the valuable.
Yeah, you want to share any slides or just oral talk?
Overall talk, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Is it
Please.
comfortable with the Tamil or only in English?
Here,
everybody's
non-Tamils also there.
Okay, then no problem.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So English
Okay.
is most preferable thing to see.
Okay, sir, no problem. Actually, I thought
Thank
the
you.
people, sir, belongs to the same community, so I could speak, so they can easily connect with me.
Yeah,
if it is in
you can
mother tongue.
use wherever you want. You can
Okay.
use, but
So,
predominantly English is better for everyone.
Okay,
Thanks.
sure, sir. So,
Yeah.
good afternoon, everyone. Present
Afternoon.
here. Today, I'm just honored to speak on the topic here. I'm just going to give I'm very, very small boy. I have very small experience about my experience. I would like to share how can woman can be empowered. But in this topic, whether I'm having knowledge or not, I don't know. But what I'm going to do, just I'm going to share my personal experience as well, what I have been seeing in my society. Actually, I want to give a small introduction about me. I'm from a remote village, so that's why I have taken a little more time to join with you. I traveled by bike more than 20 kilometers to reach town to connect with you. So this is first first thing. That much of issues we have still, and from my village, I'm the first degree graduate person. I crossed 10th standard and then 12th. Then for degree, they won't allow actually. They ask to marry or they ask to do some work because here we have different structure in villages. So like a traditional, they are keeping maintaining the traditional. I have seen my grandma. She is very empowered person. She was in holding the whole family. He is the so leader of family. She never educated, but she trained and she is very bold and she conveyed the message and she handled the whole family like anything, like a leader. So what I'm trying to say, I have seen and really impressed by her attitude and way of leadership, and I grown up. What I'm trying to say in this particular point, already women are empowered, but there is a small issues I have been seeing. When my mom entered into the family, she treated like a slave. She said a lot of times as well. I have seen that the woman holding powers would not be changed. Someone getting power means they won't. They don't like to share and they don't like to handle the power to another one. So likewise, my mom, she become a local panchayat member by her own interest and she struggled a lot. She has taken she has taken some message has she sent. She has struggled like anything, and in local parties they stuck with the traditional. As I said, we have seen a lot of things. First of all, if you selected, my mom has selected as a local panchayat member, but instead of my mom, my father will do the role. He never allow her to do her own work. Actually, she only has selected, but instead of her, the person who is a man, like my father, he is taking care of all those things. Even though still we are having the same issues in my village side. Yeah, even not only my village, even all the particular areas I have taken. Recently, you have seen Tamil movie also. They mentioned they portrayed this particular issue also. Even my village, my panchayat, the lady is the panchayat தலைவர், like a panchayat head president, but her husband only doing all the works, and he is presenting all the works. Even her sign, she doesn't do that. Even he is doing her sign. So we raised a lot of times about this issue to the government, but never taken any initiative. What I'm trying to say, even the issue, they know, everyone knows that she is the Panchayat தலைவர், but still they always approach the man. They approach the man, they will get the issue up. They will tell the issues, and they will always beyond the man. They never enter into the her to doorsteps. Even women are supporting him. So this is the major issue. Actually, in my village, usually they say some words like uh, 10 வயசு பையன் வந்தாக்க, சாரி, 5 வயசு பையன் வந்தா 10 வயசு பொண்ணு வந்து கால் எந்திரிச்சு நிக்கணும் அப்படிம்பாங்க in Tamil. If the girl, she is about 10 years old, if she see some person is coming which is 5 years boy, she immediately stand up for to give a respect to him. So likewise, still the things are going. The the problem is, what I'm trying to say in this particular point, what I did for my family, what I try to uh, change in my family as a empowered woman. So first of all, I would like to say my grandmother, she has taken all the initiative, and she did family leading role. After that, my mom entered into the family, but she has been treated as slave. After 20 years, more than 20 years, she struggled to take care of the family. She taken now position. Again, my wife, she came now. She is struggling for that. So, I am in my family. Actually, I have two children right now. Before that, I have two sisters. Both are qualified, educated. They are graduated. Then they did master degree. Both are. My father never allowed her to do their degrees, and I forced them. I know I struggled a lot to convince the message, and I convinced them, I make her to study. After that, I struggled a lot to make them to be a part of any organization like for employment. But they getting struggle due to their own family. Even men are supporting for their dreams, but women are not supporting for their dreams. Okay, and I would like to say some of the important points. Okay, so mainly we should focus how we should empower, means we should focus on providing quality education. We should ensure access to quality education for girls from an early age. First of all, in my village, they won't allow to study. First of all, they won't send to the schools. Nowadays, they started to send the school because they need quality or quality person to get married. So that's why they are sending the girls to the schools. This is a totally wrong system. But they started, at least they started to send the girls to the schools. Okay, always we are focusing on dressing sense. Always we are focusing on dressing sense, and then we always say that karpu, and then traditional values, family values. We always focus these points only into the women's community. We never talk about men's community. Men's, there are like a free bird. They can fly anywhere. They can do what they want. They can travel anywhere. They can come at any time to home. They can do even one or two marriage also. Legal, illegal affair also they can have. They won't and they never ask any question. They are not punishable. They're simply doing what they want. But in girls point of view, and in this community, we are concentrating on only dressing sense and traditional and values. What we should do, we should give a proper education to educate them, and they should understand what they need and what they want to do. Okay. And next in those days in my schools, they provide a small skill orient training program like stitching, கூடை முடைதல் சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரியான சின்ன சின்ன பேசிக் training they have given, vocational training சொல்லுவாங்க. The training will give them more confident, because they can earn money and they can run their own family as well. Not only family, they can taking care of themselves first. First of all, they can taking care of themselves. No need to depend on one man. So the man can be a father or grandfather or a brother, what any role, but they if they earn, no need to depend anyone else. Okay. So we should provide occasional trainings and then a skill based training program to the women's and girls children's. Okay. And then digital education nowadays, they have we know everyone has entered into digital world. But in village, see, I have traveled more than 20 kilometers to connect with you, and then to learn, or else if I want to do something, I should travel somewhere else in for digital or net things. So women should get more skill on digital education. We should provide a lot of opportunity in digital things, so that they can easily earn money from home itself also. Small boutique, and they can do their skill based things. They can post it in their Instagram and Facebook and all. They can earn money. So here ultimately we should focus on financial freedom. If they get financial freedom, they will be a very strong person. They can become a very self confident person. Even they can be a self defense person. Defense means nothing but they should stand their own. If they're mentally, if there are health means, they can easily fight with anyone. Okay. So I'm just convey this message because I have seen in my family. Once my mom get earn money because she went for skill training program, and she knows how to do the pie முடையிறது சொல்லுவாங்க. She knows. Then she started to earn money, and then she stand her own. So that after that she has she has changed a lot of things. She posed and she exposed herself, and she explore her knowledge in like anything. So that's why I know this is a practical experience I have seen. So just I want to convey this. And then mainly I'm thinking of economical independence, what we have discussed for a few seconds ago. So we should encourage women entrepreneurs. We should encourage. How we can encourage? They should concentrate on only their own skill. Everyone have their own skill. Actually, if I can do one thing, the another person cannot do the same thing as what I did. So the everyone have unique skill. I believe on it, and everyone knows everyone is unique. So if we train them in proper way, using their own skill, they can develop themselves as well. They can become a entrepreneur. As well, I want to say, and I want to oppose this word woman entrepreneur, because entrepreneur means is that's fine. We never say that men entrepreneur. We always say if woman enter means the woman entrepreneur. There is no need to use woman. They become entrepreneur. So we should provide proper training program to the women, to they can become a very good entrepreneur. For that, what we should do, we should provide a skill based trainings first of all. Okay. Nowadays, the central government and the state government has been implemented a lot of skill development centers all over the India. And in particularly, they can take training program with free of cost from a particular region. They have started a lot of institutions with the tie-up institution. like stitching, makeup learning things, and then a lot of small skills like electricians, anything they can learn. And particularly I want to say skill development means if, women always think of like they have to learn only makeup related, makeup artist, stitching, or like that. They can go with camera, photography, cinematography. They can go with script writing. They can go with electrician, plumbing. They can go with mechanical things. They can go with anything, artist, like a paint artist. So like they have to explore themselves. They should believe on it. And if even they have no very good knowledge in particular field, we never allow them to do that. Just go for nurse, just go for this, because this is comfortable for the ladies, this is comfortable for the women. We always make them to go into particular comfortable zone. We never allow like that. We should make them to think everything is fine. Any field they can achieve, they can stand there by their own, they can become an entrepreneur. But the thing is we are focusing particular region, that is not good for the empowering part. And then mainly I want to say uh, equality, the gender equality. We always talking about gender equality for long. I think in India, Tamil Nadu has given more important that equal genders. Still they have 50-50, but politically worldwide, if you compare the Tamil Nadu particularly, has given more places for the lady women's to participate in politicals. So when they become a political person, ma'am has mentioned that Tamilasi ma'am. So she is very good leader and she has achieved a lot. And really, I met her 2 times. So really, I proud herself. I mean, I proud about herself, because the being a smiley person in front of the ground is very tough. So done a lot of things. Even we have been seeing lot of digital like fighters, like அதுக்கு எப்படி சொல்லுவோம் அப்படின்னா, நிறைய இணையதள போராளிகள் நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க. வி ஹாவ் பிளண்டி ஆஃப் போராளிஸ் இணையதளத்தில் இருக்காங்க. பட் ரியாலிட்டி இன் கிரவுண்ட்ஸ் வந்து there is no one is there. Even I want to denote particular points from my family side, and what I have did. My wife, நிறைய இடத்துல நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன், I mentioned that man, they never change their initial. But a woman, if she get married, she have to change her initial also. Instead of father, they have to put husband initial. This is very bad attitude. I asked to my wife, never change as well. Always if my children's, if I have a children's, I put my initial only. This is very, I'm just, I started my revolution, my particular perspective from my family itself. For my children's, I put my initial and my wife initial, both are my initial second, my wife initial is first. I have put, yeah, I have taken the certificate, birth certificate for them likewise. So and as well, I never change. I asked her, no change, don't change your initial, you keep your initial as it is. And I asked her, what do you want, you can do it as you like. As well, she started to do something, and she's working on it, her own passionate. So I hope within 1 or 2 years she become an entrepreneur, I hope. So likewise, I started revolution from my family. I want to say that everyone, being in this board, everyone should do the same thing as well. We should start a revolution, or we should change something from our family itself, or within us first. We should change some particular mindset within us first, then our family, then it will change automatically everywhere. Okay, I believe on it, and I'm just being that. Then next one is flexible working options. So always we are talking about a woman's how to take care of the family. She should taking care of the cooking part, cleaning part, and about children's and all. Every places we should have, concentrate. Every part we should have equality. Even still I'm doing the same thing. I will take care of my children's, I will do cook, I will do whatever she do, I will do the same thing equally. Okay, so we should start from the family. So if we do this, man will started to do this, then woman, they will get out easily easy mindset. Then first of all, they should get refresh mindset. They should feel comfortable. They should feel uh, free mindset. If they get free mindset, they can then they can think of about their own skill, then they can develop easily. Okay. And what about legal rights and legal rights? What about legal rights? It's about government, but always the Indian in India, and the Tamil Nadu government has given already 50% in all those things. If you think of legally, means the woman should fight. 1947, how we've done our all those things, and we got independence from the British people. Likewise, we should always fight. Even man also fighting for something always. Yeah, woman also fighting for something. We should fight for the legal always. Otherwise, we won't get it. We never get back. So women should get fight for each and everything. Even they should fight for the family first, with family peoples. Then they have to fight for the everything. Legal part always have, and if they fight, they definitely they will get. They have power actually. Yeah, actually, I have seen a lot of women in my family, not only in family, circumstance. They given a 10 children's birth, but they work hard. They taking care of all those things, and they become a very good financial stability persons. I have seen IAS officer Nirmala, so Jyoti Lakshmi ma'am, she is written a book also, Penmai or Varam. She was a IAS officer, and we met, and personally I talked to her already. She has written a book, Penmai or Varam. She quoted a lot of things, and taking care of their her children's also, taking care of her family as well. She achieved a lot because her husband has given more support, and m- uh, more support as well. Equally, he has treated her. That's a very important point. Social participation. So I want to talk about the social participation. Women's always participate in social. Particularly, I want to mention this point. Man can dance anywhere. Men can smile. Man can laugh. Ma'am said, the man can laugh. No one think of differently. But woman, if she smile, if she laugh, if she dance, everyone will comment on her. This but Dance is unique for both. Dance is equal for both. Singing is equal for both. And laugh and smile, everything is equal for both gender. Even human is differentiate from the animal is based on smile and thinking capabilities. Here a woman should break that rule. Already they have started to break the rule. That's a very good thing. They can dance anywhere. In village, they will dance in functions. No one can command on it. But rest of the time, they never dance. But they should use the opportunity. In village, they started to use the opportunity as well. They you know Nowadays they are dancing like anything. They're singing the in stage. They're singing the songs, and they're doing what they want. Exploring themselves is completely, it has been changing. uh, Still there is a need of change. We should we should give them comfortable mindset, comfortable zone to promote themselves as well. They feel themselves. uh, and then awareness programs. How we can give awareness program? Usually I have past 2 years I have been giving more than 10 lecture, more than 10 to 15 lectures for particularly women's, particularly women's SSG, self help groups. In nowadays, there is a lot of self help groups are there. They organized themselves. They are doing a lot of programs. They invited me, and I went and given a top different perspective. They grown up because I did something for them. I asked them to form an organization, and I asked them to apply for the courses. I asked them to apply for the training program to the government, and so they grown up nowadays very well. And one of the organization has run by women. A lot of organization has been run by women, but particularly on 6 months back, I started I started one of NGO and hand over to one of the lady. She is the founder. She immediately given a very good idea. Everyone have to see that ideas. She started a sit fund company. Not only sit fund, they collected money themselves. They circulated within themselves. Those wanted, those are needed. They circulated with minimum interest like 1 paisa, 2 paisa. They grown up like anything. So immediately a lot of people are approaching her, and she started giving ideas and forming the group. Under her now, she has more than 25 groups right now. So likewise, if they feel comfortable, they started explore themselves. So for that, we should give awareness always. We should run a social campaigning group, campaigns, and then we should provide a lot of training programs also. So first of all, I would like to say, whatever we have, they will lock with, they will locked. Actually, in my family also it has happened. They will lock immediately. They will lock by emotion. So even man also locked by the emotion, but they never express. The brain has like that. They will say, பையன் அழுதாக்க ஆம்பளை பையன் அழுகலாமா அப்படி சொல்லுவாங்க. தட்ஸ் வெரி பேட் ஆக்சுவலி. பொம்பளை பிள்ளையும் அழுகக்கூடாதான், ஆம்பளை பிள்ளையும் அழுகக்கூடாதான். மேம் சொன்ன மாதிரி வந்து அம்மாவை வந்து இப்போ நான் எங்க அம்மாவை வந்து வாமா போமான்னு சொல்லலாம். அப்போ அப்பாவை வந்து வாங்கப்பா போங்கப்பான்னு தான் சொல்லணும். அது மாதிரி தான் சொல்லணும், வித் டியூ ரெஸ்பெக்ட். ஏன் அம்மாவை வாங்கம்மா போங்கம்மான்னு கூப்பிடக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா, அந்த மாதிரி அந்த இடத்துல இந்த வேர்ட் பை வேர்டு வந்து வி ஆர் டிஸ்கிரிமினேட் பண்றோம். ஸோ வி ஷுட் பிரேக் ஆன் இட், வி ஷுட் பிரேக் இட். நான் அந்த மாதிரி பண்றது இல்லை. as I said, from my family I started. First of all, they will connect with emotionally. They will connect with emotional, so that immediately they will get depressed. First of all, they have to break up the emotion. We should give a support and counseling. First of all, why they are getting emotional connection? Because of stress and anxiety. They will get anxiety immediately. They will, some women get will fear, family என்ன ஆகுமோ, குழந்தை என்ன ஆகுமோ, ஸோ ஹஸ்பண்ட் விட்டுட்டு போயிட்டா. ஸோ லைக்வைஸ் if it is happen, no problem. இப்போ வந்து when they will feel like that, they should have a own financial freedom. If they have financial freedom, means they will get self confidence. If they have self confidence, then the stress, anxiety, and then emotional will be disconnected. Okay, the emotional will be there. No need to express a lot, so they can hold on it. Okay, as well, mental health is likewise emotional. If they mentally fit, as I said, mentally fit, the emotional can be controlled, as well as stress can be destroyed. Anxiety, facing the problems, and then fear can be stopped. So women should get mentally health, mentally strong. Emotional should be hold. For this, we should give them more confident based on financial stability. And then first of all, government should have this kind of vision now. So sometimes they will gain the confidence from cultural exchange programs. Already in villages, each district they have some small temples and small church and all. They will organize some programs in particular days and particular month. They will exchange their mindset. They will do some cultural activities. From that cultural activities of those days, they will find the groom breed for their own son and girl. But nowadays they exploring a lot. Nowadays they exploring a lot. Likewise, they what kind of things you are doing. So I'm doing this. Okay, I'm also can do this. So can you share these ideas? Like they are grown up like nowadays grown up step by step. So first of all, I would like to say main thing of empowered is financial freedom. The financial freedom should be come from their own skill. The own skill, when the own skill will come, when they will feel their own skill, means they should be mentally relaxed. Mentally, they should be comfortable. when they will get mentally comfortable, when they are in not in stress, and without anxiety, without fear, they will get mentally strong. For that, every woman should get self confident, and for every woman, every man should support. Every man should support means they have to start it from their own family. They have to support for their own mother, wife, daughter, and then grandmother, whatever, and sister, and aunt, auntie, likewise. They have to support each and every woman. Those are being with them always, as well with the friends and all. How we are treating our own family, the others will treated likewise. So how we are feeling, நம்மளை எப்படி மதிக்கும் நம்ம நினைக்கிறோமோ, likewise we should respect others. How we are feeling about our self respect, the same respect should be given to the others. The education won't give, sorry, the education, this kind of education won't given by the academic curriculum. The education has given by the family and social things. In Tamil we always say that aram செய்ய விரும்ப ஆறுவது சினம், likewise. So in aram means is it won't give by the syllabus, it will be come from our heart by own. Everyone if you want to change empowered woman means it's kind of all the things have to connected with each, like politically and financially. They have to develop their economically, and they have to take independent decisions. So woman empowerment is nothing nothing but complete society are organizing things. All the things element has included. They have to be a part of everywhere. Already there are existing, they everywhere he see. Without no woman, the man cannot be even take a single step. I can give a small example. இப்போ அம்மா வந்து ஒரு மாதிரி அமைதியா இருக்காங்க. If I say I'm going for a meeting or I'm going for a training program, I will come back at the evening. If say okay போயிட்டு வா அப்படின்னு சொல்லல அப்படின்னா, even I cannot walk single step. This is what the woman power. In Tamil we say always that the power is within woman. Men are simply playing with that power, that's all. So நம்ம power இருக்கிற மாதிரி men are thinking that, we are imagining that if you see old days, 500 600 years back, there is a plenty of powerful ladies are there. Even though if I'm from Pudukkottai, Muthulakshmi Reddy Ammaya, you know that she's a first graduate in India, doctorate, so doctor. She only you know, and like a lot of things she has stopped. அதில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தேவதாசி முறைன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ she only break that rule, and she completely stopped that things as well. She has taken a lot of initiative to revolute in this Tamil society. Not only she like நிறைய பேர் இருக்கிறாங்க, நம்ம நிறைய பேர் சொல்லலாம். வேலு நாச்சியார், இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பேர் நம்ம சொல்லலாம். ஸோ எவ்ரி ஒன் ஹேஸ் did their end powerful things, because when they feel their power, the power cannot be stopped. It can reach Everest. Even we have seen last thing, Jayalalitha Amma, the most powerful lady. We are not going politically, we are not talking about personal and all, but how there are role, how they did their role. So that's very very important. She is the inspiration sometimes for the a lot of women. So likewise we have seen plenty of women. Everyone have power. Even my family, my mom and my grandmom have very good power, and they explore a lot. Even though எங்க ஃபாதர் சொல்லுவார், எங்க ஆயா மாதிரி ஃபேமிலியை ரன் பண்ண முடியாதுன்னு. ஸோ வி ஆர் 18 பீப்புள்ஸ். தே டிட் ரெகுலர் like a 5 rupees job, employee job, labor job. They see run the family. Such a wonderful calculative mindset in financial and family stability. So likewise, I want to thank everyone and for this board. Finally, I want to say two things. Women should empowered by support of men, and every man should support by uh, from their own family. That's very important. Then every woman can be empowered. Nowadays it's grown up like anything. but this is not end. They have to reach more, because in political in Tamil Nadu, still woman, instead of woman, the man is doing the role. Likewise, a lot of families should change their mindset. First of all, we should change our mindset from my own, and then from our own family. When they get a comfortable mindset, definitely they will find their own skill. Definitely they will run the family. Even they will do what we are doing. They will do more than that. Now, for example, if we are earning 1 crore rupees per year, they can earn more than 1 crore. That is that kind of skill they have. We should, support them. There is no need to allow. Already there are in existing place. We should support them. We should, give them comfortable mindset, healthy mindset, so that they can easily achieve, and they will rule the world. If they rule the world will be peaceful, and then it will be, lovable. Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity, sir. Hello. தேங்க்யூ சார்.
Yeah,
ரொம்ப நன்றி. என்னோட ஓன் பர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ்ல எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சதெல்லாம் நான் ஷேர் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். ஐ ஹோப் சம்திங் கேன் பி அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட். எல்லாம்
yeah,
புரிஞ்சிருக்குன்னு ஐ
really,
ஹோப்.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Prabhu Chandran. Really wonderful to hear from you as an entrepreneur, as a social revolutionist, and a social supporter, creating the Edu Aram Foundation, which is really meaningful as per your sharing contents and sharing knowledge. You are ground reality and
பாயிண்ட்
ground.
என்னன்னா, இப்ப பின்னாடி இருக்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா பெரிய ஒரு தாஞ்சூர் பெயிண்டிங் சொல்றாங்க. இது வந்து பெண்
Yeah, yeah.
பெண் தான் செஞ்சது.
Ah,
இது வந்து ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு பெயிண்டிங், கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 2-5
yeah, Venkadachalam,
மேல
yes.
போகும். இது வந்து ஒரு பெண்ணு தான் செஞ்சது. நான் ஒரு கம்ஃபர்டபுளா அங்க வந்தா இருந்து நான் இப்ப லெக்சர் கொடுக்குறேன். ஸோ இந்த
Sure,
மாதிரி
sure.
ஒரு கேலரி, சின்னதா ஒரு கேலரி ஆரம்பிக்கிற ஐடியா கூட ஒரு ஒரு 20 பெண்களுக்கு மேல இதை செய்யறாங்க.
Very good. Very
ஸோ தேங்க்யூ சார். சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Yeah, there are a lot of the arts and other materials who are creating with their passion. There are a lot of markets available for that. We will focus and we will create the value for them to connect to the global scenario, how to engage and empower for those kind of materials to go for different countries as per their need and requirements. Definitely, it would be an added advantage when we are educating them, engage them, and nurture the skill sets as of the requirements, and bringing more values from the surrounding people or organizations. As per your earlier conversation, you mentioned with me for the corporate social responsibility, which are very meaningful to support for the people who are in the rural areas, how to make it the transformation, bringing from the rural entitlement and engagements to the global scenario. So we would like to handhold together, and we will achieve the great things for the future.
Sure, sure. Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
for coming forward and making the day for us. Really wonderful to hear from you all sorts of the sharing knowledge as well as sharing contents.
Thank you, sir.
We will
Thank you, sir.
connect and communicate again for that.
Sure.
So now we are moving to the speaker, Dr. Sheikh Shamsher Ali. He is expertise in the naval workforce in India, and he is having the experience in the global level. Moreover, he is currently practicing as energy conservation auditor, and he is having the passion to support for the society in many ways, to empower the workforce, nurture the skill sets, and making the transformation really happen when you are having the right workforce in front of us. Current and future assignments and engagements, it is purely dependent on the workforce skills and the qualified people who can support and contribute better for the transformation really happen in front of us. Such a big experience holder and good visionary person. And we are having that global skills and training consultancy. That is the brainchild of him. When we were speaking, he's really sharing many things for the initiation for the GSTC. We are now looking for the collaboration partner or engagement supporter for the institutions, industries, and social well-being groups who wanted to really apply and appreciate for the learning as well as empowerment strategy. Now we are focusing for the women sector, how to bring more values and bringing them to join as a gender partnership, not discrimination. Gender equality is making the gender partnership. We could not omit it as of now, as Dr. Raja also pointed out, and Dr. Prabhu also pointed out. That is the aim of this particular program, how to make the women empowerment across the world, local, regional, and global level. Now I am welcoming Dr. Ali to come forward to share his thing. He wanted to speak about the STEM and STEM-related empowerment strategy for the women. Thank you, Dr. Ali, for sharing your views now.
Thank you, Dr. Ram. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. I hope I am loud and clear.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to talk. Maybe my video is not very clear, so please bear it with me. I'm an ex-defense marine engineer basically, and my PhD is in energy management. That is another passionate area as a professor. And when I talk about women empowerment, probably it will also give a glimpse of our defense mindset. It is unfortunate though, in today's political situation scenario in India, that has started 20. It's sad part, but that is the reality. Before I say anything, let me acknowledge. And that acknowledgement is, if I see it correct, then the women present right now in the forum all are with Dr. prefix in their name. And I think that is a very good indicator towards women empowerment. Coming to women empowerment, let us see the reality. The reality is, the moment we talk about women, we are talking about 50% of population of our society, be it anywhere, geographically. 50% of the workforce, 50% of the resource available, 50% of the opportunities. But if we ask ourselves, are we utilizing that 50% effectively? Certainly, answer is no. And who can be blamed for that? Can they be blamed? I don't think. If we look at the history, not only third world countries, underdeveloped countries, developing countries, even in developing democratic society, women got their voting right less than 100 years ago. That is the reality. That is the actual scenario. So talking about women empowerment in few minutes is like picking a spoonful of water from the ocean and justifying that. I'm not going to do that. It may be easy to say, but then very difficult. To me, women empowerment and Women Day celebration may be literally not synonyms. But then if we think intellectually, I think it is. Woman has got so much of potential, so much of power. There is no dispute, there is no doubt about it today. Even with so much of hurdle, so much of difficulties, so much of opposition from every corner, they have proved their merit. They have proved what they are capable of doing. And if they are not able to do that, if they are not able to deliver what they can deliver, then people, those who are close with the authority in any society, any civilization, they are to be blamed for not creating that conducive atmosphere and creating that ecosystem. I'm an engineer, so let me take an example which is engineering in nature. We all drive vehicle, whether two-wheeler, four-wheeler, or whatever it is. We get the maximum speed when we use the maximum power of that engine. If we don't utilize the 100% power, I would say 100%, that will be incorrect technically. I would say maximum power of that engine will not be able to reach the maximum speed that it is capable of delivering. Or if we throttle accelerate for maximum engine power, but if throttle it, then we will not be able to achieve the speed that it is capable of delivering. So we will not be able to reach the destination that we want to reach in time. So the point is, whether we use the less power of that engine or targeting for the maximum power and yet throttling it by applying brake, we will not be able to achieve what we can achieve with that available potential. And that is what exactly is happening with human empowerment, human resource. Today, examples are limitless. If we really want to take a look at it. Let me take another example. Every society, when you talk about technological achievements, technological advancement have taken giant leap. There is also no less. People, those who are born in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, Telegram meant that using the Morse code for transmitting urgent messages. It does not exist anymore. It is obsolete. In today's generation, those who are born in 2000 and later, whom we call Gen Zs, they perhaps do not know what was that telegram. For them, telegram today is bringing the whole world together on their mobile and talking to anybody sitting anywhere in the world or communicating at their at their will and wish whenever they want. That is the meaning of their telegram. So technologically, we have advanced so much. And if we have advanced, and again coming to that engine power, we could have achieved that much before. Much before than had we used the full power that was available at our disposal. We could have done it even much before. Which could not be. Let me take another example. Sunita Williams. She just came back a few days ago after spending 286 days in National Space Station. She went there for 9 days. There was some problem. She got stuck and came back after 286 days. That proves the mental strength, physical capabilities, psychological strength of any human being, because she has gone through all that test and came out very successfully. And if we look at her professional career, it is equally fascinating. An Indian origin, bright young girl, educated in US, started her career in Naval Air Force as pilot, and then switching over to a completely new area where the brightest minds in the world are exploring to find the newer things on daily basis. How she could do it? Because she got the opportunity, she got that encouragement she got that support to explore her potential fully. Having said that, every female in this world possesses that capability. They have that strength. They have that potential to train themselves, to groom themselves to achieve that capability. It is very much possible provided people, those who are close with the authority, are willing to give that space. Having said that, I would like to make a specific statement, which is my belief. STEM is the acronym for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. So STEM is the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics that is recognized as crucial in furnishing the knowledge and interpret technologies which is necessary for the society based on knowledge and fostering economic growth. The underrepresentation of women in STEM-based occupation is a worldwide phenomenon. When I say worldwide phenomenon, be it developed nation or developing nation. It is because of this gender gap in education. Gender disparities in STEM field are evident through the uneven representation, underline, of women in almost every field, particularly when you talk about the leadership role. This is a very important point, leadership role, because they are the role models. Today, if we talk about women, how many women can we really count who can be the role models of today's new generation? And then not to be only for the girls, they can be for boys also. There are so many examples. So that is why I will talk very briefly about the importance of STEM-based education system, which can really help, because when we are able to do that, it will have a lot of contribution in every aspects of our society, which will benefit every society, every country, every economically as well as socially. And for that, one needs to have a proper strategy. And that strategy has to be planned properly so that people, those who are close with the authority, to create an ecosystem which will give the opportunity for everybody to learn. Where every girl, every boy gets the equal opportunity to learn and empower themselves. So economic, educational policy and an ecosystem is a must, which is equally available to everybody. Once they have got their required education, they are empowered with the basic knowledge to take the next step. And that next step will be the role model, mentoring mechanism. Today, we do not have enough role model in the form of great achievers who are female. And that is where many societies, where still it is prominently men dominated, creates a lot of problem in mentoring. If we encourage that, maybe in future times, we will have enough females available for mentoring the girls who will be at ease, who will be able to groom themselves, who will be able to achieve their target by utilizing their potential 100%. And now this is where I would like to say one more thing. Capacity and capability. They have the potential to build their capability, but the capacity is not in their hand. Let me take another example. Let us say right now I'm sitting in Chennai. I want to right now fly to Singapore. Physically, I am fit enough. I can travel. I have no problem. Economically, I have enough money to buy the ticket and go. And let us assume I have the visa. Is there anything that can stop me to take the next flight and reach Singapore? Nothing stops. If anything stops, then it is the capacity. What is that capacity? If I don't have any aircraft operating from Chennai to Singapore, even I have got everything, I cannot take a flight and go to Singapore. That's not in my control. That is not in my hand. Providing that capacity is somebody else's responsibility. So the women, those who are educated, qualified, mentored properly, they need to be provided the capacity to utilize their capability to give the best which they are capable of giving. And for that, we also need to create an ecosystem where the workplace policies will be absolutely transparent. Practices should be in true letter and spirit. In India, we have Visaga policy for the safety and attending the grievances of women workforce, but then still it's not enough. We see a lot of complaints of sexual harassment in workplace. We need to provide that. When we are able to provide that, then they are ready to deliver what they are capable of doing. Like, it is up to you how much out of that engine of your vehicle you want to extract. It is up to you, provided you do not have any kind of bias in your hiring system, in your performance assessment system, in your professional development system. You are willing to give them equal opportunity. If you are able to do that, they hold future prospects of accelerating that growth. And for that, it has to start with the policy recommendations. And these policy recommendations should address things like equal opportunity, diverse leadership initiative, investment in education, transparent reporting system, flexibility in work arrangements, continuous training on bias and inclusion, and global collaboration. It is unfortunate, and I reciprocate what Dr. Raj said. People clothed with authority today are doing more of lip service than what they are supposed to be doing, for which they have been given that authority. It is unfortunate, but we have to deal with that. So to sum up, I would like to say, in the pursuit of empowering women in STEM, progress has already been happening, but still significant amount of work remains to be done. Journey towards gender equality requires collaborative efforts across educational institutes, workplace, and societal norms. The empowerment of women in STEM is not just about representation. It is an investment in innovation, progress, and in the future of global society, so that we have collective responsibility. We have the situation where, the embracing diversity for innovation exists, and we create an inclusive space for everybody. I believe very strongly, we, particularly the men folks, if we do only one activity, one job in our whole lifetime, sincerely, without any expectation towards the betterment of women folks, who are 50% of our society, who have been marginalized throughout in different names, be it culturally or be it any other way. They are capable of giving what we expect them to give. Sunita Williams reached this space not because of her gender, not because of her ethnic background, not because of her culture, and certainly not because of her religion, which unfortunately has become the main areas of concentration in India today. If she was there for 286 days, when she was supposed to be there for 9 days, it is only and only because of STEM education system. I would request through this forum everybody that please do your part. I don't know whether it will be appropriate for me to say so, but then the people who know me personally, I work it out. My wife is polio affected, and in our marriage, my mother-in-law, her expenditure was zero. I repeat, zero. That is the philosophy I carry with me. I practice, and I have inculcated that in my children, my younger brothers. Is we who has to come forward and just not do the lip service, as Dr. Ravi said. We need to walk the talk. Time is not far. We will be able to reach the target, achieve much more, and the society will be much better. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yeah, really very wonderful. You are speaking from your heart and soul. It's really appreciating. We have to thank Dr. Ali for providing wonderful sharing session, as he is very much passionate. From his statement, we could analyze and understand better. He's having such a kind of big knowledge as well as experience gained so far from different environments, as well as the countries where he bound to work. Really thankful for coming forward and sharing with us today and making the day for us. Once again, I wish to thank Dr. Ali as well as all the speakers. Now we are opening the desk for any questions or your feelings to share with us. Dr. Aruna, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, madam. Thanks for joining.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just 1 week before we
Sir, yes,
wanted to.
the honor
Yeah.
and my privilege.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Actually, in DIT, we have been actively engaging in various initiatives focused on women empowerment through outreach and community development programs. So these initiatives aim to uplift the women by providing with them resources, skills, and opportunities and needed to thrive. By conducting workshops uh, uh, and awareness campaigns, we strive to enhance women's leadership abilities, promote gender equality, and foster a supportive environment that empowers women in all aspects of their life. So, through these programs, uh, community development efforts, we also work to create a sustainable solution that address the unique challenges faced by the women. So, ensuring more inclusive and society. So we work together, sir. So we'll, hello.
Definitely, madam.
Yes.
I'm very happy to hear from you, as well as your ambitions to create the value for outreaching the students' activity to really support in the rural areas, especially for the women as well as other underprivileged community to come forward and mingle in the successful way for creating and transforming the successful life and lifestyle. It is the ambition we are also having through our society and the different organizations who are really supporting for us to host this particular session. Though it is last minute of sharing, that's why I couldn't get it more people. But we will see in coming days how do we embrace and engage students, community, faculties, and other like-minded people to come forward, make it a big session. I would like to request Dr. Prabhu and Dr. Prema, Dr. Raji, and our member, Dr. Ali, as well as Captain Sangam. Dr. Prema, would you like to share something? Because you are having such a kind of great knowledge and experience gained from Singapore, as well as the community service through teaching to the students, and your research outcome to empower the entrepreneurship role for women as well as other genders. Please.
Thank you, Dr. Ram, and good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I
Thank you.
totally agree with the speakers. Women empowerment should start from the home because the parents are the role models. The parents are actually the first teachers for the children. So they have to show by example, and then the children learn, especially the boy child. You know, in the olden days, society is basically very patriarchal. So they think that the men are the breadwinners and the women are only in charge of household chores. So that has become something like a tradition, and that is sort of imbued in the minds of many people. So you know that even when women went to work, they took on jobs, very sedentary jobs like teachers or administrative jobs. You know, they dare not take risky jobs. But things have to change. And now all of you know that for a fact that Sunita Williams, she was the woman astronaut that went the US, you know, Indian born, but US astronaut who went to space. I mean, people like her should be a good example for a role model for us women. And we have to come up because more than 50% of the population is women. So we have to inculcate good value systems in our younger ones especially our women children, so that they will come up, because women have a lot of potential, a lot of hidden potential, and men must help us to bring the potential up. Without men's assistance, women cannot move forward. So we need all our fathers, the brothers, the sons, uncle, we need all the men's support to help us to come up. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Ram,
Thank
for
you.
giving me the
Yeah,
opportunity.
really, it is interdependent. The men depend on women, women depend on men. If both are two sides of the coin to create the value for the coin, one side is weak, the another side may not get the real value. Definitely, it is the social interpretation and social dimension. We have to embrace the potentiality of both sides, women as well as men, whenever, wherever, however, whatever it is possible. As you mentioned, we have different kind of group members, as a mother, as a father, as a sister, as a brother, as uncle, as aunties. So whatever the way, they are having the relationship and they are really concerning to provide the care and the support for the lovable relationship to anyone among the family. It is the immediate support. We could get it from the immediate family members and the relatives. But the social concern, the myth and other concepts which are deteriorating, deviating, and destroying the aspiration of women to come forward. As you rightly pointed out, the astronaut recently, she's become the world heroine, Sunita Williams. She is having that courage to fight against of the mitigation and overcome the hurdles and get back to the life in the earth. It's a really amazing things to reflect, and making the women very proud, and not only women, also every human being. That is the way. There are a lot of courageous women and courageous women contribution we have to appreciate. Hopefully, we will conduct another session to provide the correct recognition as well as the awards for those people who wanted to showcase their talents and their recognition for the whole world, how much they had the circumstances and the possible overlooking kind of opportunities to find the challenge to turn into opportunity for their life. We will plan and we will host together. That is the aspiration we are all having in our association and organization. Like that, and like-minded people are many. They're having that same inspiration as well as support for the creating the values in the society and people among us. I would like to get any other voice. Captain Sangam, you have also mentioned certain things in the chart. Maybe you can share with us. Captain Sangam, are you there? Is not responsible. Respond back. It's okay. Dr. Prabhu, would you like to share anything after hearing the talk?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really happy. So first of all, I would like to thank everyone. And ma'am has really we have seen two guys, ma'am today, and guys are leading the organizations. I would like to say, just convey this message where you were from. Like you have to show your potential and where you are right now, and someone will get inspired. So I like to say always to the women, whatever you did, just show to the youngsters and the upcoming women, so that they will get inspired. So you can show your struggles, and you can do write up and give some kind of tips, and everywhere wherever you go, just don't no need to stop your conversation. Always open your thoughts and share with everyone your experience. Always just to share your experience. Really happy, and thanks for your own experience shared with me. uh, Really, I always love my family, because of them I'm here, because of my mom I'm here, because she was eighth standard, And my father doesn't know what is education actually. He never entered into school, but my mom make me to do my 10th standard. She has taken her thali, you know that. She sold out and she given me fees for the books and all. That's why I'm here. And then I went to Loyola College. My father never allowed it. He doesn't know about it, and she forced me. She found actually because of her, or one man is here. That's the thing. So some woman has empowered man. Woman has
Yeah.
empowered man. So that's what I want to convey. My mom empowered me, and then I empowered my sisters, and now I'm empowering my wife and my neighbors and all. So just it's give and take policy. Without her, there is no man. So everywhere likewise, we should respect actually. Always we should respect and love and give a support, and no need to guide them actually. The mind is I studied about the brain, ladies, woman's brain. It will connect like neural networks, not man's brain. So they immediately they can do lot of 3 or 4 kind of activities. I have seen
Multitask.
multitasking. They will do like I have seen daily with my wife. She is doing like சப்பாத்தி பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாங்க, அங்க வந்து ஒரு இது பண்ணுவாங்க, அங்க தண்ணி பிடிச்சிட்டு இருப்பாங்க, அங்கிட்ட வந்து குளிப்பாட்டம் பவுடர் அடிச்சு விட்டு அங்கிட்ட ஓடுவாங்க. கேட்பேன் என்ன வாட் இஸ் திஸ் அப்படின்னு கேட்டாங்கன்னா that's now I observed a lot. That's why I'd like to say. So really happy. Thank you so much, sir. Because of her, man is here. So we should think of it. Everyone should respect that. That's very important. இதுல ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம், ஆல்வேஸ் வி லவ் மதர்ஸ். தே ஓன்ட் கிவ் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் டு ஒய்ஃப். அதே மாதிரி அவரோட தன்னோட ஓன் டாட்டருக்கு ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க, இன்னொருத்தரோட டாட்டர் அண்ட் ஒய்ஃபுக்கு ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. தட்ஸ் வெரி க்ரூஷியல் திங்ஸ். அவங்களும் இன்னொருத்தவங்களோட டாட்டர் நம்ம டாட்டர் மாதிரி அப்படிங்கிற அந்த ரெஸ்பெக்ட். ஸோ
There is no answer for it. Maybe really it is going to transform both
Yes,
group
sir.
of the
Thank you,
minds. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. You are welcome. And Dr. Raji, would you like to conclude anything about this session?
Actually, I just want to share this. There are many online conferences and offline conferences where people talk about women's empowerment, women's rights, women's all this and that. My only concern is whether the conference exists for 20 minutes or 3 hours or 4 hours, all of us, irrespective of whether we are male, female or transgender, we must have a takeaway from this conference, which we will be ready to implement in our own personal life. The bare minimum I expect and I request men is, if you see a woman achieving, if you are unable to appreciate, at least do not do character assassination and tell that she was able to achieve it because she was a woman. Please don't do that. That's my only request. You are a man, I'm a woman. We are achieving it because we are brilliant, we are intelligent, we are able to do this. That is the way I want us to think about it. As sir just now said, irrespective of whether it is a mother, wife or daughter, or sister or somebody else's wife or somebody else's auntie, the only thing is, even if the woman says, I have a successful catering business, immediately cannot say, oh, your catering business is successful because people are sympathetic towards you. No. Her cooking is good. You get what I mean. What I mean is, we have to learn to pay respect to their talent, to their skills, and not isolate them or demean them, thinking that that particular appreciation is given to somebody only on the basis of gender. I do know that all of us are educated human beings. I don't say that Dr. Ram or somebody else will just go and demean a woman. But what I'm trying to say is, let us take this as a takeaway and share it with our other brothers, sisters, friends, wherever. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Really wonderful to hear from you again, to embrace the opportunity as well as the way, how do we foresee the things as well as implement the necessary action plan. Dr. Ali, would you like to share any concluding remarks?
Just only one point. Let us all take both that I will do only at least one good job towards the woman empowerment in our life. Things will fall in its own place automatically. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing the one point, which is very much important for us to take away from this session. Really, I would like to express my sincere thanks and heartfelt gratitude for each one who have joined here and make it the day for us. Really, it is the time for us to come forward and sharing our views and knowledge, as well as the future focus. I would like to keep an appeal. We have to bring more people, whatever the age group, whether they are young or senior members or working community. It is the time for us to bring the world to come and hold together, to support each other's need and each other's expectation to fulfill in the dream as well as the achievements goal, whatever they plan for their whole life. Without each other's support, we could not make it possible. Really, it is the time we must need to embrace all this opportunity. We are here to support whatever you plan for your action plan, either in the institutional level, society level, or community level. Please share with us, and we will bring the value as well as the creations for supporting each other. Thank you so much for joining today. I'd like to close this session. Once again, I would like to appeal for the future plans and collaboration opportunity wherever you are, whatever the conditions you are. We will make it possible with our strength and with our motivation. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thanks for
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ram. Thank you.